Hello and welcome to Yoga and Fitness. My name is Natasha, and for the next 30 minutes, I will be your guide. This will be an uplifting yoga flow perfect for any day. Now let's begin. Bring the soles of your feet together, allow your knees to open at the sides, and slowly recline, bringing your back down to the mat, placing your hands on top of your heart. Here in our reclined butterfly, let's close our eyes. Tuck the chin just slightly in towards the chest and begin to lengthen and deepen your breathing. Slow down your breathing. With every in and exhalation, filling and emptying your lungs. On the next inhalation, extend your arms up by your head and give them a good stretch. Draw your knees together, cross your left leg on top of your right, and slowly lower both legs towards the right side. Opening both arms at the shoulder, palms facing down. Turn your chin and head to the left side. Try now to relax any tension you may be holding throughout anywhere in the body. Use the breath. Take deep breaths in, and as you exhale, really try to let any tension go. On the next inhalation, turn your head back to center. Lift both knees up to center too. Swap one leg with the other as we prepare to move into the other side. Slowly bring your knees down to the left, and when you're ready, turn your head to the right. Closing your eyes and allowing yourself to relax just that little bit more with every exhalation. On the next inhalation, let's bring ourselves back to center. Look back up to the ceiling and bring your knees back up side by side. Draw your knees into the chest and let's roll like a ball, engaging your core as you rock forwards and backwards. In this exercise, we use both body weight and strength to maintain control. Let's roll back one final time and then come back up and take a full opposite boat posture. If you find this too challenging, just bend your knees as I am demonstrating now. Engage your core, breathing through the nose, and just try to fill and empty your lungs each time. On the next inhalation, cross your feet at the ankle, draw your feet towards you, and transition your weight into high plank. In your high plank, keep your shoulders above your wrists, engage your core, and let's just hold this high plank for a few rounds of breath. On your next exhalation, bring your knees down, your chin and chest down, and slide forwards as you move into baby cobra. Just gently peeling back those shoulders and look forward. Inhale, lift, and exhale, slowly bring your forehead down. Inhale, lift up, rising just slightly higher this time. We're taking some of those body rolls here, so keep this going. Inhale to lift, lifting again just slightly higher. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift up, full upward facing dog. Exhale as you lift yourself up and move into high plank. Take one deep breath in here in your high plank. And as you exhale, roll yourself back, moving into downward facing dog. Lift and engage your kneecaps, draw your heels down to the ground, relax your neck, don't hold any tension in the face, and push from the mat to hand connection into those hips. On the next inhalation, we're going to begin to step up the central line of our yoga mats, walking our way up to our hands at the front. When you get to the front, step your feet side by side. From your forward fold, roll up to stand up, bending through the knees and rolling through the spine, extending your arms above the head. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank. Moving through our chaturanga but pausing at upward facing dog. Transition your right leg to Wild Thing, lifting your right leg up and bringing it over and down behind you. Lift through the hips and extend your arm behind you. Take a deep and expansive inhalation here. Really open and fill your lungs. Let's come out of our Wild Thing, returning to Upward Facing Dog. Now let's move into Wild Thing on the other side, so extending that left leg up and behind you, lifting those hips up towards the ceiling, and drawing in that deep expansive inhalation. Exhale as you come back to Upward Facing Dog. Inhale and exhale as you push back to Downward Facing Dog, making sure that your neck is really relaxed, that you're not holding any tension in your face and jaw, and that you're bringing those heels down as much as you can. On the next inhalation, bend deeply into those knees and look forward. Let's take a hop up to the front. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you bend into those knees, moving into chair pose. Exhale as you lift those heels, bring your arms behind you. Inhale, drop those heels, lift your arms, and exhale, bring those arms behind you and lift those heels. Keep this movement going. Engaging your core will really help here. One final time, inhale, lift those heels, bring those arms back, and exhale, extend those arms, heels down. Let's roll ourselves back up to a standing position and bring those arms behind us for a mini back bend. Exhale as you sweep down and forward to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen and exhale to high plank, moving through our chaturanga. Inhale to Upward Facing Dog and exhale as you move back to Downward Facing Dog. Let's take this moment to just collect ourselves and regulate our breathing. Slow the breath down and deepen the breath as much as you can. On the next inhalation, lift your left leg to three-legged dog, keeping your hips balanced. Stack those hips. And let's bring that left foot up and in between the hands. Dropping your right heel down, and let's move into Warrior Two. Interlacing your fingers behind the back, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, move forward into Humble Warrior. Inhale as you come up, drawing those arms behind you, and exhale as you roll back down. Holding your Humble Warrior, bringing your left shoulder as close to your left knee as you can. Release your neck, and just try to focus on breathing, keeping your breath steady, keeping your breath deep. On the next inhalation, let's bring ourselves back up, turning out that left foot and extending both toes in the same direction, moving into a forward fold. If at any point this bind becomes a bit intense for you, just release and bring your hands down to the ground. Let's all try to release as much tension as we can here in our forward folds. Be aware of any tension that you may be holding anywhere in the body and use your exhalation to just let that go. On the next inhalation, let's begin to slowly bring ourselves back up to a standing position, putting a micro bend into our knees as we lift ourselves up, pushing down through our heels, and coming back into Warrior Two as we turn out our left foot. On the next inhalation, lift both arms up, connecting the palms, and exhale as you bring them down. One more time. Inhale, lift, and exhale, down. Returning to Warrior Two. Interlacing your fingers behind your back, extend your arms, open the chest and allow your head to fall back. As you exhale, slowly roll forward, coming back into humble warrior. Inhale as you lift yourself back up, opening the arms to warrior 2. And exhale. Inhale as you lift both arms up, connecting the palms and extending your left leg, lifting those left toes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, moving back to warrior 2, cartwheeling the hands down and holding high lunge just for a breath, and returning to high plank. Moving through our chaturanga, exhaling slowly down. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale as you push back to downward facing dog. Look to your hands and bend into your knees. Let's hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, roll up to stand up. Bringing your hands at the chest and lifting your right leg. Bring your right leg on top of your standing left leg. And let's move into standing pigeon. Keeping your arms behind you or having them in a prayer at the front if that's more accessible for you. On the next inhalation, let's lift ourselves up slightly and begin to come out of our standing pigeon pose. Lift your right knee and bring that right foot back behind you. Extend your arms above your head, connecting your palms. Extend your arms back behind you, look to the ceiling for one deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart, keeping that prayer. Now let's bring our hands down either side of our front foot and come into high plank. Take one push up here. Keep those elbows into the body. And now let's just move through our chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhaling as we push back and into our downward facing dog. Heels down and neck relaxed. On the next inhalation, lift your right leg to three-legged dog. Stack those hips. Straightening up, let's bring that right leg up between the hands. Bring that right heel down and take warrior 2 through the lower half of your body. Interlace your fingers behind your back, extend your arms, and let's move forward and down into humble warrior on the other side. Inhale as we roll back up. And exhale as you roll back down. And now hold your humble warrior. Be conscious of your breathing. Make sure that you are maintaining a deep breath. One more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, let's bring those shoulders back, returning back up. Extending that right leg and pointing both toes in the same direction. Inhale and exhale as you move into your forward fold, allowing your arms just to fall back behind you. Again, you can release this bind through the hands and arms at any time. I invite you to close your eyes here, releasing any tension that you may be holding in the jawline or face. Use the exhalation to just let it all go. Inhale, filling your lungs, and exhale, let it all go. On the next inhalation, let's begin to move. Put a micro bend into those knees and return to a standing position. Extending your right leg and foot and coming back into warrior two. Open up those arms at the shoulder. Inhale to extend both arms up above the head, connecting the palms. Exhale, bring your arms down. One more time. Inhale, extend up. And exhale, bring your arms back down. Bring your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, extend your arms, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly come forward and down, coming back into humble warrior. Inhale, lift up to stand up. Extend your arms. And exhale, hands down either side of your front foot, return to high plank and move through your chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend into those knees, look to the front. And exhale, jump to the front. Inhale, extend those legs, forward fold. And exhale, roll up to stand up. Bringing your left knee with you and moving into standing pigeon on the other side. Again, you decide what is best for you through the arms, hands at prayer at the chest, or you can have them behind you, which is the theme of this class. Finding that drishti point in the floor in front of you, something that you can look at which will help keep you steady. On the next inhalation, let's lift up to stand up, taking that left knee with you. Return that left foot behind you. Inhale through your arms, extending them above your head. Exhale, engage your core and look up to the ceiling, taking a micro back bend. Bring your hands now at prayer, just for a breath. And let's bring those hands down, returning to high plank and moving through our chaturanga, taking one press up first, and then inhaling to upward facing dog. Exhaling as we push back to downward facing dog. And pressing those heels down in your downward facing dog, if it is, of course, within your practice. We are going to move through some spinal rolls now, moving from downward dog to high plank and back. So let's get ready and roll out into your high plank. Inhale and exhale, pushing back with those hips to downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank and exhale to downward facing dog. Let's just take one more of those. Now as you roll out to high plank, hold your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. Inhale as you move into upward facing dog. And exhale, move into child's pose. Continuing our body rolls here, moving from child's pose to upward facing dog. And pushing back, exhale, child's pose. Inhale as you roll out to upward facing dog. Final time as we push back to our child's pose, we're going to transition from here to our camel pose. So open your knees just slightly. We want them at hips width distance. Pause here with your hands at your lower back if this is your first time, and just slowly lower yourself back, seeing where your own personal boundaries are within this pose. Alternatively, you can bring your hands down to your heels and take a full camel pose with me. Let's take one final inhalation here in this posture. And as we exhale, bring your hands to your lower back, slowly come forward and sit down on those heels. Slowly move yourself into a child's pose, which is a counter pose to camel. Resting that forehead on the ground, close your eyes. If it feels good for you, you can gently rock from side to side, just moving a little bit deeper into those hips. Try to relax your body completely and allow your body weight to surrender to the pose. Using your breath to relax the body and go deeper. On the next inhalation, let's slowly draw those shoulders back and return to a seated position, sitting on our heels. Curl those toes around and reach forward as we lift ourselves up and push our hips back to down dog. Bending into those knees and looking forward, let's take a hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale as you roll up to stand up, extending your arms above the head. And exhale, sweeping back down to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. And exhale, bend into those knees. Slowly bring your bum down to the ground. Extending both legs straight out in front of you, lift your arms on an inhale. And as you exhale, let's come to a head to toe forward fold. I'm going to just take this moment to demonstrate for you what a healthy forward fold can look like. As you see, I've only come forward an inch, and that's fine. I'm keeping my spine straight, and slowly, inch by inch, I'll come forward, releasing in deeper only when my body allows. And finally, I'll let my head and neck go too. Coming this far forward absolutely will take time and practice, so don't worry if you're only coming forward just a tiny bit. Again, remember, keep your spine straight, and that is a perfect forward fold. So let's just all hang out here in our forward fold, closing our eyes. Let's bring our attention to the breath. Let's lengthen the breath, deepen the breath. On the next inhalation, let's release our forward fold, bring those shoulders back and return to a seated position. Slowly bring that back behind you, coming down onto the yoga mat. Get yourself nice and comfortable as we move into our final resting pose of Shavasana. So we want our palms facing up towards the ceiling, our chin just slightly tucked in, body completely relaxed. Close your eyes and continue to keep your breath long and deep, allowing yourself to drift on the gentle rhythm of your own breathing. On the next inhalation, let's all begin to reanimate the body and bring back some movement into our wrists, fingers, ankles, and toes, giving ourselves a good stretch as we prepare to continue with the rest of our day. Thank you so much for joining me. It truly is such a great honor for me that you choose to practice yoga with me. I release 2 classes a week, one on Friday and one on Sunday. If you enjoy my classes and wish to support the channel, you can do so by buying me a coffee with the link below. Any and all donations are greatly appreciated. Another way to really help the channel out is just to simply subscribe. Let me know also if you have any future class requests. I am always listening. Wishing you a beautiful day. Namaste.